Hello and welcome to CVR News Network. You are watching CVR English and these are the details of the hour. The Ministry of External Affairs reacted to US President Donald Trump's recent allegation that American aid funds were being used to interfere in India's electoral process, calling it information released by the US administration deeply troubling. The MEA stated that the matter raised concerns about the foreign interference in India's internal affairs and confirmed that relevant departments and agencies were investigating it. Ministry of External Affairs spokesperson Ranveer Jaiswal mentioned that it would be premature to make a public comment at this stage, but assured that authorities were looking into the issue and would provide an update later.
On the meeting with the Chinese foreign minister, just a while ago, we had this meeting on the sidelines of the G20 foreign ministers meeting in Johannesburg. External Affairs Minister and Chinese foreign minister, His Excellency Wang met on the sidelines of G20. The meeting lasted for about 30 minutes. The two ministers reviewed developments in our bilateral relationship since their last meeting in November. Specifically, the management of peace and tranquility in border areas, Kailash Mansarovar Yatra resumption, trans-border rivers, flight connectivity, and travel facilitation were discussed. There was also an exchange of views on G20 and SCO. So that is to give you a readout of the foreign ministers, external affairs ministers meeting with the Chinese foreign minister. On the meeting with the Chinese foreign minister, just a while ago, we had this meeting on the sidelines of the G20 foreign ministers meeting in Johannesburg. External Affairs Minister and Chinese foreign minister, His Excellency Wang met on the sidelines of G20. The meeting lasted for about 30 minutes. The two ministers reviewed developments in our bilateral relationship since their last meeting in November. Specifically, the management of peace and tranquility in border areas, Kailash Mansarovar Yatra resumption, trans-border rivers, flight connectivity, and travel facilitation were discussed. There was also an exchange of views on G20 and SCO. So that is to give you a readout of the foreign ministers, external affairs ministers meeting with the Chinese foreign minister. On the meeting with the Chinese foreign minister, just a while ago, we had this meeting on the sidelines of the G20 foreign ministers meeting in Johannesburg. External Affairs Minister and Chinese foreign minister, His Excellency Wang met on the sidelines of G20. The meeting lasted for about 30 minutes. The two ministers reviewed developments.
At the inauguration of the 98th Akhil Bharatiya Marathi Sahitya Sammelan in Delhi, Prime Minister Narendra Modi highlighted the richness of Marathi literature, particularly its contributions to Dalit literature and science fiction. Modi further acknowledged Maharashtra's historical role in Ayurveda, science and logical reasoning. Modi also emphasized the significance of Maharashtra and Mumbai in promoting Marathi cinema alongside Hindi films. He mentioned the recently released movie Chava, which is currently making headlines.
ज्योतिबा फुले, सावित्रीबाई फुले, महर्षि कर्वे, बाबा साहब आंबेडकर, ऐसे कितने ही महान समाज सुधारकों ने मराठी भाषा में नए युग की सोच को सिंचने का काम किया था। देश में मराठी भाषा ने बहुत समृद्ध दलित साहित्य भी हमें दिया है। अपने आधुनिक चिंतन के कारण मराठी साहित्य में विज्ञान कथाओं की भी रचनाएं हुई है। अतीत में भी आयुर्वेद, विज्ञान और तर्कशास्त्र में महाराष्ट्र के लोगों ने अद्भुत योगदान दिया है। इसी संस्कृति के कारण महाराष्ट्र ने हमेशा नए विचारों और प्रतिभाओं को भी आमंत्रित किया और महाराष्ट्र ने इतनी प्रगति की है। हमारी मुंबई महाराष्ट्र ही नहीं बल्कि पूरे देश की आर्थिक राजधानी बनकर उभरी है। और भाइयों बहनों, जब मुंबई का जिक्र आया है तो फिल्मों के बिना न साहित्य की बात पूरी होगी और न मुंबई की। ये महाराष्ट्र और मुंबई ही है जिसने मराठी फिल्मों के साथ साथ हिंदी सिनेमा को ये ऊंचाई दी है। और इन दिनों तो छावा की धूम मची हुई थी। संभाजी महाराज के शौर्य से इस रूप में परिचय शिवाजी सावंत के मराठी उपन्यास ने ही कराया है। साथियों, कवि केशव सूत का एक पद है, जूने जाऊं दया मरना लागूने जाळूनी किंवा परूनी टाका सड़त न एक्या ठाई ठाका, यानी हम पुरानी सोच पर थमे नहीं रह सकते। मानवीय सभ्यता, विचार और भाषा लगातार इवॉल्व होते रहते हैं। आज भारत दुनिया की सबसे प्राचीन जीवंत सभ्यताओं में से एक है। ज्योतिबा फुले, सावित्रीबाई
Speaking at the G20 Foreign Ministers meeting in Johannesburg, External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar highlighted the ongoing India-China engagement despite past challenges. He noted that multilateral reforms have facilitated a dialogue and emphasized that both nations' efforts to uphold G20 integrity and global polarization. Dr. Jaishankar referred key developments since the November 2024 G20 summit in Rio, including the visits by India's NSA and Foreign Secretary to China. Focusing on border peace and bilateral ties, he reaffirmed the importance of India-China cooperation within G20, SCO and BRICS, stressing the value of continued dialogue on regional and global issues. Focusing on border peace and bilateral ties, he reaffirmed the importance
of the G20 Foreign Ministers meeting in Johannesburg. Such gatherings have provided an opportunity for our interaction even when our ties were going through a difficult phase. We should also recognize that in a polarized global situation, our two countries have worked hard to preserve and protect the G20 as an institution. This in itself testifies to the importance of international cooperation. Since our last meeting in Rio during the G20 summit in November 2024, there have been some notable developments. Our NSA and Foreign Secretary have visited China, and there have been discussions about various aspects of our relationship. These have included management of peace and tranquility in the border areas, as well as other dimensions of our ties. I'm glad today to have a further exchange of views. India and China are members of the G20, SCO and BRICS. There are also regional and global issues of mutual interest where an exchange of perspectives will be to our mutual benefit. I look forward to our conversation today. I'm very glad we could meet today on the sidelines of the G20 Foreign Ministers meeting in Johannesburg. Such gatherings have provided an opportunity for our interaction even when our ties were going through a difficult phase. We should also recognize that in a polarized global situation, our two countries have worked hard to preserve and protect the G20 as an institution. This in itself testifies to the importance of international cooperation. Since our last meeting in Rio during the G20 summit in November 2024, there have been some notable developments. Our NSA and Foreign Secretary have visited China, and there have been discussions about various aspects of our relationship. These have included management of peace and tranquility in the border areas, as well as other dimensions of our ties. I'm glad today to have a further exchange of views. India and China are members of the G20, SCO, and BRICS. There are also regional and global issues of mutual interest, where an exchange of perspectives will be to our mutual benefit. I look forward to our conversation today. I'm very glad. There are also regional and global issues of mutual interest, where an exchange of perspectives will be to our mutual benefit.
Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman today flagged off the dedicated BLW manufactured WAP-7 electric locomotive to the nation at Banaras Locomotive Works. She dedicated the 375th locomotive manufactured in financial year 24-25 and inspected its technical features from the driver's cab.
बोलो खड़े होके बोलो।
साथ ही मैं बरेका के महाप्रबंधक श्री नरेश पाल सिंह जी से भी विनम्र अनुरोध करता हूं कि मंत्री महोदया को स्मृति चिन्ह भेंट कर उन्हें सम्मानित करें।
Doing good job. Keep it up. Thank you.
The Uttarakhand Legislative Assembly has passed the Land Law Amendment Bill introducing the significant changes to the land regulations in the state. This amendment aims to address concerns related to land ownership, transfer and usage while ensuring better management of land resources. The bill is expected to have a major impact on land policies, benefiting local residents and investors while maintaining the ecological balance of the region.
मेरा आप सबसे भी अनुरोध है और माननीय अध्यक्ष जी आपसे मेरा निवेदन है कि ये प्रस्ताव हमारा राज्य हित में जो है पारित कर दिया जाए।
प्रश्न यह है कि उत्तराखंड उत्तर प्रदेश जमींदारी विनाश और भूमि व्यवस्था अधिनियम 1950 संशोधन विधेयक 2025 पर विचार किया जाए। जो माननीय सदस्य इसके पक्ष में कृपया हाँ कहें, जो हमारे सदस्य इसके विरोध में कृपया नहीं कहें। हाँ की संख्या अधिक है अतः प्रस्ताव स्वीकृत हुआ। खंडशः विचार प्रश्न यह है कि खंड 2 से खंड 5 एवं खंड 1 प्रस्तावना और शीर्षक इस विधेयक के अंग माने जाए। जो माननीय सदस्य के पक्ष में कृपया हाँ कहें, जो माननीय सदस्य इसके पक्ष में कृपया हाँ कहें। हाँ कह दीजिए। जो माननीय सदस्य इसके विरोध में कृपया नहीं कहें। हाँ की संख्या अधिक है अतः प्रस्ताव स्वीकृत हुआ।
मेरा आप सबसे भी अनुरोध है और माननीय अध्यक्ष जी आपसे मेरा निवेदन है कि ये प्रस्ताव हमारा राज्य हित में जो है पारित कर दिया जाए।
प्रश्न यह है कि उत्तराखंड उत्तर प्रदेश जमींदारी विनाश और भूमि व्यवस्था
Union Minister Muralidhar Mohol stated that Union Home Minister Amit Shah has 3 programs scheduled in Pune tomorrow. He will chair a meeting of his department where representatives from all 4 states will participate.
कल 3 प्रोग्राम उनके पुणे में है। एक उनकी होम मिनिस्ट्री की एक विभागीय बैठक है जिसमें 4 राज्यों के प्रतिनिधि शामिल हो रहे हैं। उनके सीएम है, वहाँ के होम मिनिस्ट्री के सभी लोग ऑफिशियल्स वहाँ पे उसके सम्मिलित होने वाले हैं। और उसके बाद पुणे में जो हमारी जनता सहकारी बैंक है उनका एक 75 साल पूरे होने के मौके पे एक बड़ा प्रोग्राम यहाँ पे हो रहा है। और उस समारोह में भी माननीय अमित भाई शामिल हो रहे हैं। उसके बाद महाराष्ट्र शासन का एक बालेवाड़ी में प्रधानमंत्री आवास योजना का एक प्रोग्राम है, उसी में भी माननीय गृह मंत्री शामिल हो रहे हैं। ऐसे 3 प्रोग्राम उनके कल है। कल शाम को वो वापिस दिल्ली जाएंगे। नहीं, पहली बार मैं तो ये क्लियर करना चाहूंगा कि ये जो व्यक्ति था ये हमारा कार्यकर्ता है, वो मेरे ऑफिस में काम नहीं करता है, वो मेरे किसी सोशल मीडिया में काम नहीं करता है। एक भाजपा का कार्यकर्ता है और उसको जिस तरह से पीटा गया है तो बिल्कुल गलत है। मैंने पुलिस से भी उसकी तहकीकात करने के लिए बोला है। कुछ लोगों पे मुझे लगता है कि ये भी दर्ज किया, केस दर्ज भी किया है। और कुछ ऐसे मैं बोलता हूँ कि ऐसे इस कार्यकर्ता के बारे में नहीं, पुणे में किसी भी तरह से ऐसे वारदातें होती है तो गलत है। पुलिस ने कड़ी एक्शन लेनी चाहिए। मैं पुलिस से बात भी किया है, मैंने बात की है। और मुझे लगता है कि पुणे का जो हमारा एक अच्छा नाम पूरे देश में है, और इस वजह से यहाँ पे ऐसी कोई भी गलत बात हम सह नहीं पाएंगे। और कोई भी गलत बात होती है तो पुलिस को उसका जवाब भी देना पड़ेगा। कल 3 प्रोग्राम उनके पुणे में है। एक उनकी होम मिनिस्ट्री की एक
Chief Minister Ravindra Reddy criticized KCR, claiming his father cursed the people of Palamuru. He spoke at an open meeting in Narayanpet district, questioning why KCR did not complete the Palamuru Rangareddy project during his 5-year tenure, which led to conflicts with AP. Ravindra further stated that after coming to power, his government initiated work on Maktal, Narayanpet and Kodangal projects and accused KCR of neglecting Palamuru and politically exploiting the region. CM further asserted that the people of Palamuru had given KCR political support, but he failed to show any commitment, leaving the region to suffer.
నువ్వు చెయ్యని పనులు మేము చేసినాం కదా, ఏం బాగలేదు పాలన. ఆయన కొడితే గట్టి కొడతాడంట. ఆయన కొడితే ఎంత గట్టి కొడతాడంట అంటే ఇక అది చెప్పనలవి కాదంట. నేను అడగదలుచుకున్న మా సోదరు, అయ్యా ఆయన గట్టి కొట్టడానికి ఫుల్లా ఆఫా? ఏంది గట్టి కొట్టడానికి? ఏం కొడతాడు ఆయన? కొడితే గిడితే ఓ ఫుల్ ఓ ఆఫ్ గట్టి కొట్టగలడు. అంత మించి గట్టి కొట్టేది ఏందుంది? 10 ఏళ్ళు నువ్వు గట్టి కొట్టేటోని ఆయన ఉంటే, నిజంగానే నువ్వు గట్టి కొట్టాలంటే డ్రగ్స్ పార్టీలు ఫామ్ హౌస్లలో చేస్తున్న నీ కొడుకును వంగబెట్టి గట్టి కొట్టు, వానికి బుద్ధి వస్తుంది. ఢిల్లీలో లిక్కర్ దందాలు చేసి తెలంగాణ గౌరవాన్ని తీసిన నీ బిడ్డను దౌడ మీద అంగబెట్టి గట్టి కొట్టు. తెలంగాణ పరువు తీసినందుకు గట్టి కొడితే వస్తుంది. కాళేశ్వరం పేరు మీద 1,00,000 కోట్లు మింగిన నీ అల్లుని దౌడ మీద అంగబెట్టి కొట్టు గట్టిగా. అప్పుడు వానికి బుద్ధి వస్తుంది, సిగ్గు వస్తుంది. తెలంగాణను ముంచినందుకు గట్టి కొట్టేది ఉంటే నీ ఇంట్లో కొట్టు, వాళ్ళని దారిలో పెట్టు. కాంగ్రెస్ను గట్టి కొడతా అంటే మా కాంగ్రెస్ పార్టీ కార్యకర్తలు ఊరుకుంటారా? రా, ఎంత గట్టి కొడతావో చూద్దాం. 12 నెలలు కానీ ప్రభుత్వం అప్పుడే దిగిపోవాలంటున్నాడు. 10 ఏళ్ళలో నువ్వు చెయ్యని పనులు మేము చేసినాం కదా. ఏ
The Telangana PCC Wide Level Working Group meeting, originally scheduled for the 23rd of this month at Gandhi Bhavan, has been postponed. TPCC decided to reschedule the meeting to focus on organizing large-scale event on Saturday in the light of upcoming MLC elections. The new date for the meeting will be announced after the MLC elections conclude on 27th. Meanwhile, Deepa Das Munshi is being replaced by Meenakshi Natarajan as the in charge of State Congress Affairs. The working group meeting will be held after these key appointments, with priority given to discussions on the census survey report, BC reservation, the BC reservation bill in the Assembly, the SC classification bill, local body election management, party organizational structure, and Congress election promises. Major leaders have taken up the campaign responsibilities to ensure the party's success in the MLC elections, necessitating the postponement of the working group meeting. Major leaders have taken up the campaign responsibilities to ensure the party's success in the MLC elections, necessitating the postponement of the working group meeting. Officials have seized the renowned Taj Banjara Hotel in Hyderabad due to non-payment of the taxes for the last 2 years. Despite repeated notices, the hotel owner failed to respond, leading to action. A total of 47 lakh in pending taxes remain unpaid. GHMC officials decided to seize the property after multiple warnings were ignored. Taj Banjara, a well-known hotel frequented by celebrities, cricketers, and prominent political leaders, is a popular venue for parties and events. The news of its tax-related seizure has raised concerns among the public regarding the hotel's management and ownership responsibilities. President Donald Trump marked Black History Month at the White House on Thursday, preserving a tradition by holding a reception at the same time that his executive order ending the federal government's diversity, equity, and inclusion programs has disrupted its observance elsewhere.
The last administration tried to reduce all of American history to a single year, 1619, but under our administration we honor the indispensable role Black Americans have always played in the immortal cause of another date, 1776. We like 1776. In the very first skirmish of the Revolutionary War at Lexington Green, an enslaved black man named Prince Estabrook, you know Prince Estabrook? Yeah. Answered history's call and fought as the Minutemen alongside the other patriots of the very small Massachusetts town. Couldn't protect itself, but they did a good job. Prince was wounded in the early morning battle, becoming not only the first African-American soldier to fight in the Revolution, but among the very first Americans to spill their blood. One of the first in the nation to spill blood in that very, very tough time. Soon Estabrook joined the Continental Army and ultimately won his own freedom along with that of his fellow Americans. His legacy will endure, and we're very proud to honor him today. It's a very important day in our country, and we honor him. First person to spill blood happened to be Tim Estabrook. Today, I'm pleased to announce that we will be including the statue of Prince Estabrook in our new National Garden of American Heroes. We're going to be doing a garden of American heroes. And now that I think of it, I must tell you, sadly, most of them, I guess all of them are not with us any longer. I was going to put Tiger in the garden, but maybe you don't want to be there. I maybe should wait a little bit, huh? Like about 50, I think I'm going to wait about 50 years, all right? But Tiger's going to make it, okay? But I'm a little afraid to tell him yes, because he'd be the only one that's living. I don't know, Tiger. Tiger's rejecting that offer, right? Under the executive order I signed last month, this new beautiful outdoor statue park. It's going to be a statue park. It's going to be unbelievable. We're picking the final sites now. It's between various states that want it very badly. We'll honor hundreds of our greatest Americans to ever live, including countless Black Americans, icons. The garden will predominantly feature incredible women like Harriet Tubman, Rosa Parks, Billie Holiday, Aretha Franklin, and Coretta Scott King. And I will showcase it will be something very extraordinary. It's going to be producing, we're going to produce some of the most beautiful works of art in the form of a statue from men like Frederick Douglass, Booker T. Washington, Jackie Robinson, what a great athlete that was, Martin Luther King Jr., Muhammad Ali, he's not a bad athlete. What do you think, Muhammad? Not too bad. And the late Kobe Bryant. People love Kobe Bryant. And we're going to save Tiger Woods for another time. That's all that I can. I'm sorry. The last administration tried to reduce all of American history. And we're going to save Tiger Woods for another time. That's all that I can. I'm sorry.
Third term. Following this, he got a great shout from his supporters.
I'm proud to say that we received, listen to this, more votes from black Americans than any Republican president ever. Not even close. I won't be happy the next time. Should I run again? You tell me. There's your controversy right there. You're going to see that tonight, Tim, on television. I'm proud to say that we received, listen to this, more votes from black Americans than any Republican president ever. Not even close. Almost 40% of the vote. Now, I won't be happy the next time. Should I run again? You tell me. There's your controversy right there. There's your controversy. You'll be seeing that on you're going to see that tonight, Tim, on television. I want to thank just a few of the people who are with us today, and these are great friends of ours. Alveda King. Alveda, where are you, Alveda? Hi, Alveda. Thank you. You've been with me from day one, and I appreciate it. I won't forget it. She's a fantastic woman. Alice Johnson. Where's Alice? Boy, are you incredible. I watched you on last night on television. You were so good. You know, Alice was in prison for doing something that today probably wouldn't even be prosecuted. She spent 22 years in prison, 22 years. She had another 22 years left. Can you believe it? And I pardoned her, and it was one of the best pardons. One of the best pardons. You know what she was on? She happened to be on the wrong telephone line. Is that true? She was on a telephone call, and I'm not saying it was perfect, but it wasn't worth 40 or 50 years, Alice. And you've been an inspiration to people. And we're going to be listening to your recommendation on pardons. You're going to go over, and she's going to be my pardon czar, okay? And you're going to find people just like you that should not have happened. It should not have happened. So you're going to look and you're going to make recommendations, and I'll follow those recommendations, okay, for pardons, all right? Thank you very much. A man who's just incredible. This guy, I watched him when he was a Democrat, and then one day he had to change because he couldn't take it any longer. And did anyone ever hear of a man named Leo 2.0 Terrell? Where are you? Get up here. I love this guy. You know what he's doing now? He's with the Department of Justice. He's in charge of civil rights and lots of other great things. He's going to be working with Pam. It's okay. Could he come up, please? Come on, Leo. Get up here. Leo 2.0. This guy is great. Hello, man. I'm proud to say that we received, listen to this, more votes.
And that's the end of the bulletin. Keep watching CVR News English.